Namaste, everyone. So I've been feeling particularly stiff waking up in the morning because, of course, we're going into Vata season and it is colder and drier, which means that the joints and the bones are more contracted, a little bit more stiff in the morning, not as easy to find that fluidity and elasticity that one generally would be able to gain more access to in the warmer months where there is a lot more moisture around. So I was watching my golden retriever as she woke up and she just had this delicious languid stretch. And I thought to myself, in yoga, we really advocate this. But I don't know how many of us are doing or are actively stretching in the morning whilst we are in bed to allow for all of the systems to jumpstart. So you kick the nervous system into high gear to send out these stimulus responses that you're going to start moving, blood circulation, the renal system, the endocrine system. It's really a great way to reboot your system after a night of sleep. So today I'm going to share with you a couple of exercises that you can do whilst lying in bed that are just going to enable the physical body to prepare for mobility as you get out of bed. Now, firstly, there are a couple of things when we practice yoga or any kind of stretching that's really important to bear in mind, and I'm going to show you what those are. The first thing is when you are lying supine on your back, that's lying on your back position, you always want to be protecting your neck. So the easiest way to do this is if you are sitting up or you're engaged in any movements, is to really just tuck your neck in. Yes, you're going to get that beautiful double chin. So you're going to tuck your neck in, and that's just going to protect the neck because we don't want any injury to be caused to our neck whilst we're doing this. The second thing is when we practice these exercises, we're focusing on three key areas. In yoga and any kind of stretching that follows the same guidelines, we focus on the spine. So our spine is really important, as is our core and our pelvic girdle area. And you may find now as well that it's getting colder, and I can certainly feel it, that your hip area feels particularly tight. Now, if you think about it, this entire area is the axis on which our body gains mobility and moves. If you think about a little puppet, it's the hands and the feet that move, but they are anchored very much by the axis, and that would be our pelvic girdle and our core and our spine. So really important when you're practicing any exercise that these three areas are focused on, because this is where you are building that really strong foundation for the whole physical body. In Ayurveda, it's really beautiful. We say that the body in its optimal state, the musculoskeletal system is strong and solid, but the mobility of the body is light and fluid. And so really this is what yoga practice aims to cultivate in us. Okay, so two quick things and then we'll move into the exercise. The first thing is that when you are practicing any kind of yogic exercise, you're going to do a pelvic tilt. So you're going to wash my hands in natural position. That's how they are. When we pelvic tilt up, we really just tilt upward. Your glutes tighten. You're pulling your belly button up to your navel. And this will protect both your back and also build your core muscles at the same time. So that's really fundamental in the practice. And I'm going to remind you about that as we move through the practice. And then it's to tuck your neck in and to just continually have the awareness of focusing on your core as you are doing these exercises. So keeping that belly button tucked in really nicely, tightening the glutes so that your spine is protected, so that your core is strengthened, and moving really at a pace that is most comfortable. So we never want to move into pain. Whenever we're doing any kind of yogic or stretching practice, it is to find the point that your body is most comfortably able to stretch at. And remember that as you deepen in practice, you will develop more of an elasticity and be able to move into deeper poses.